Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go ahead and start the meeting here this afternoon with the first order of business. It's the approval of the minutes from our previous meeting back on March 5th. Is there a motion to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
The motion is seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, very good. Motion passes. Next item of business regarding the presentation for an award to Mr. Lampone, but I think we're going to postpone.
He's in Kansas.
He
Kansas.
didn't want to come back.
Little car trouble, so he's not going to be here.
Okay.
So we'll have to
I
adjust.
figured that was because I didn't see him wandering around. I was
Yeah.
wondering if we were going to do that. Okay.
Well, we tried to give him directions. He wasn't quite sure how to get it.
How soon we?
I think Steve knew how long our docket was, and he decided not to add to that agenda today. So with that, we'll move on to the next item of business, resolution number 29982.
Yes, Commissioners, this is an agreement with the Livermore Association for a couple things. For Wi-Fi, which obviously provides better internet connections in the building, and then also some carpeting in the auditorium. This is coming from those TIF funds in endowment dollars, and this is for $61,000. Recommend approval.
All right, any questions, any comments on this? Okay, seeing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, very good, the resolution passes. Resolution number 29983.
Yes, Commissioners, this is considered a board policy regarding smoke-free zones within our parks. We had some pre-board discussion on this back in February, and a couple things. We talked about some pilot locations which are mentioned in Forrest's memo, and also we had some testimony from Dr. Rex Archer, the Director of the City's Health Department, about smoking in public areas. And so we have before you for your consideration is this policy. And Forrest will cover in more detail.
Yeah, correct. We did the pilot program in 2012, went over really well. What we're suggesting with this policy is that we encourage non-smoking and everything in 437 other locations, which I have kind of itemized out there in the memo for you, mostly athletic facilities, playgrounds, things like that, athletic fields. We will be getting some assistance with the signage on this from the Health Department, which we have a couple folks here from Health today, Connie Farrakhan and Lori Snyder. If you have any specific questions that you'd like to ask me or them.
Okay, great. Are there any questions or comments at this time regarding this,
I think I
resolution?
remember, it's just policy, it's not going to be enforced in terms of.
Yeah,
any
that's
kind of
an important thing to
ordinance
note, is that this policy does not
Right.
ban smoking from the
Right.
parks.
Right.
It just encourages non-smoking in selected area and
Correct.
models, good behavior around playgrounds and things like that. So
But isn't it somewhat effective though too? I mean,
I think it was very effective in the pilot program. Now, we only did that in 13 parks, but I think they were a good representative of what we're going to do with the expanded program.
Great. Any other thoughts, comments, questions?
Do you all have anything you want to say?
I can add a few things. The city manager has voted to take all city properties smoke-free campus, and that starts May 1st of this year. So you are just adding on to those policies. Also wanted to let you know that the citizens of Kansas City got together to do something called a CHIP program, Community Health Improvement. And tobacco was really on the minds of the citizens of Kansas City. So we have kind of adopted the CDC's best practices, and the new parks policy would actually be part of that, so that folks are not modeling the behavior of smoking in front of children that are at the ball fields and parks and things. So the decision you're making today really fits with the citizens of Kansas City and what they thought was important.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. With that, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
So motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Very good, resolution passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Resolution number 29984.
Yes, Commissioners, this is a professional service agreement with a company called Pros Consulting for an assessment of our Community Services Division. You have a memo in your packet from Terry Reiner that kind of outlines that and talks about the amount of money and the terms of the agreement. If you have any questions, Terry's here to answer those.
Any questions of Terry at this time? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Very good, resolution passes. Resolution number 29985.
Yes, Commissioner, this is a consideration of agreement with Chauncey Fickle and Scott for Northland Community Center study. You have a memo in your packet from Travis that outlines the scope of services involved and the amount of compensation. Again, if you have any questions, Travis is here to answer those.
Travis, you mind just giving us once again a little bit of an overview on this project itself?
Sure, just a point of correction, the agenda is 75,000, but it should be 75,500. Should be 75,500. The memo is correct. And what this will do is analyze 2 sites for community centers, the Pleasant Valley Park and Ann Garney Park, and also put together components of a business plan for that community centers, what services should be offered and that sort of thing. It will not include a floor plan. It will be more of a block diagram of here's what should be included in the community center: gym, aquatorium or natatorium, workout rooms, meeting rooms, that sort of thing, and more of a block diagram. So.
I'll add a comment. There's been a committee set up to talk about this over the last several months, where we have brought in the school districts, the Clay County, Liberty, Pleasant Valley, Gladstone, I think North Kansas City,
Correct.
have all been involved and had input, and we've tried to analyze where other assets are and provide this information on this. So when this program and this recommendation is put together, it will have taken into consideration the surrounding areas, so there's no duplication. And we've been talking about some possible cross usage with the others various entities. So
Great.
I think it's been well vetted to begin with, and it's time to take this step forward.
Very good. Travis, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
The motion is seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good, resolution passes. Resolution number 29986.
Yes, Commissioners, this would be a contractual agreement with the Engineering Services Company for another section of the trolley connector to the Blue River Trail. You have a memo in your packet from Travis. It spells out the amount of dollars involved, the time to build the contract. And again, if you have any questions, Travis is here to answer those.
Okay. Any questions of Travis at this time?
Nope.
Well, I truly appreciate the fact that we're continuing to sort of make progress on our trails, and that's always a positive thing. When we had the groundbreaking ceremony the other day with Adam Manuel,
Yes,
Cleveland Boulevard.
Cleveland Boulevard, yeah. And,
The gentleman who was there representing, I believe it was KSHB 41 News, the
Right.
cameraman.
yeah,
Anyways, he was asking a lot of questions about our trails and complimented us
right.
unsolicited. So that was very, very nice. I said, well, be sure to talk to Heidi down there so that we can do some more stories about our trails and the level of effort we're trying to put into, connecting all of them throughout the city and through other parts
Right.
outside of our municipality. So I'm just glad to see that this continues to make progress.
A question for Heidi. National Trails Day, we're going to do that out at this location, is that correct?
Yeah, the one
Yes, Blue
at
River.
Trailside Center, Blue, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Confluence
yeah, this is it
Trail.
right here, yeah, okay.
Right.
So that's the Saturday in June? You can talk about it later.
I got to follow my own rule and talk by somebody.
All right, anyway, trails in June, okay. All right, thank you.
A
Good.
couple of other items. This came in well under engineers' estimates, and that it is matching funds with transportation enhancement funds. So it's one of those things where we get a big bang for our buck. And as a lot of contracts are right now in this economy, they're coming in under engineers' estimates, which is a good time
Which
to
is a
buy.
good time. Yep. We can appreciate that. So nice work done. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution number 29987.
Yes, Commissioner, this is a consideration of an agreement with Midwest Pool Management. This is the company that we've been contracting with for the last few years on our pools. And this spells out the locations: Bud Park, Groves, Oak Park Pool, and the one at Brush Creek Community Center, Ashland, Arborville, Gillum, and West Terrace. And recommend approval. If you have any questions, Mark Bolton is here to answer those.
Any questions of Mark this time? Mark, would you like to just say a few things about our relationship with Midwest Pool?
I would say that our relationship with Midwest Pool Management over the many years has been a very good relationship. We sat down with them this past week just to tidy up a few other things regarding the springs and the bay.
Yes.
But they have added value to our operations, and obviously we recommend due pass of this particular agreement moving forward.
Okay.
One of the other things that I'd like to add to this, since I'm here, one of the good programs that we're looking to add is the dollar days. It kind of takes away or substitutes for the free day that we used to have. And each week or each day of the week, there'll be dollar days at various pools throughout our system. So we're really looking to hype that up, and a few other programs that we're looking to do this summer.
Great. Any other questions, comments? All right. Hearing-
Point of order, could we consider 8, 9, and 10 together?
Yes,
Yeah. All three good.
we'll look to do that there. And therefore, is there a motion to approve resolution number 29987, 29988, and 29989?
So moved. Second.
Since you have the point of order, you get for, how's that? Very good. Any further discussion?
Basically, just to put on the record, these are all Midwest Pool Management and extensions of existing contracts.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Resolutions passed. I want to make sure I got my tenses right on that. Resolution number 29990.
Yes, Commissioners, this amendment with Bowman Novik, architectural engineering services for work on the Cleaver Boulevard project. Of course, there again, we just broke ground on that last week. This is time only, no dollars involved.
Any questions on this? Comments? No? Okay, hearing none. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Resolution passes. Resolution number 29991.
This Commissioner recommend approval of Gould Evans contract. This is for work that they've been doing over at the Liberty Memorial. Like the last one, it's a time only, no dollars involved.
Yep, okay, very good. Any questions, comments?
Only that we've added into the scope of the work and had extended the thing, and that's the reason for the extension of time.
Makes sense. Great, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution number 29992.
Okay, similar to the last one, Penn Valley Park over on the area by the lake and along Penn Valley Drive with Patty Banks and Associates. There again, time only, no dollars involved.
Questions? Comments? Okay, great. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, very good. Sorry, I seconded myself, didn't I? You'll second it. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, very good. Resolution passes. Resolution number 29993.
Yes, Commissioner, this is a change order, same scope of work we were talking about earlier with the Gould Evans team, and this is the work part of it. And so it comes in the form of a change order with J.E. Dunn Construction Company. The memo spells out the detail, and there again, if you have any questions, Travis is here to answer them.
Any questions of Travis?
Travis, will you expand a little bit on the memo of exactly what's happening in terms of this exchange order?
Yes, this again is for Liberty Memorial Site. Jimmy Lossing is the project manager on the project. And you can see some of the items that was approved there was additional funding approved or that became available, what was it, through the endowment for this that wasn't covered under the original scope. A lot of this had to be removed under the value engineered out of the original contract. So a lot of this is put back in as far as the masonry work and and a lot of the restoration and cleaning work, waterproofing, flashing, and that sort of thing that was taken out originally was put back in, and that's as these funds became available, and that's why you have this change order to add this work back in.
Basically, these, I think we passed a resolution a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Correct, for the money.
And sent forward to the city council for approval, taking the money from the endowment to complete these items. They are
$4 million.
basically for protection of the assets
Right.
and the exhibits, and become extremely necessary, and particularly with the fact that we're coming up to the centennial, and the World War I Museum and grounds are going to be internationally displayed, and this was the time to do that thing, and it was an absolute necessity.
Let me add a little bit to that, too, and that's a good summary from Dave. And the board action was for a $4 million drawdown on the endowment, which subsequently went to the city council,
Yeah.
and then went into the appropriation for funding for Parks and Rec. That $61,000 item earlier for the Wi-Fi and the carpet came out of that, so that's a small dollar.
That
This change order here that Travis covered comes up. This leaves a balance of about $1.4 million. The $1.4 million would be then used for upgrading the AV system and the projectors and the sound system, all that within the exhibit core itself. There is a group working on that right now in conjunction with the Building and Grounds Committee over at the Memorial. They're talking to a company called Dimensional Innovations, which is a exhibit designer fabrication company, and also to deal with some of the technology relationship to the projectors and the screens. So at some time, we'll be doing a contract on that. We just haven't got there yet. But all that's under that $4 million
That's
that came
correct.
from the endowment.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Travis. Okay, any other questions, comments? Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Resolution passes. Resolution number 29994.
Yes, Commissioners, this is change order 1, N.W. Rogers, who are actively working on major improvements over at the Great Calais Community Center, and this would add an additional scope of work that's spelled out in that middle paragraph. And again, if you have any questions, Travis here to answer those.
Any questions of Travis in regards to this change order? All right, hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very good. Resolution passes. Resolution number 29995.
Yes, Commissioners, amendment with HDR for engineering on the Brush Creek Deliver Confluence Trail. Again, time only, no dollars involved.
Okay, great. Any questions? Comments? All right, hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Director's report. Mr.
Yes,
McHenry.
major construction, Travis.
Commissioners, in front of you should have a couple of set of photos. Looks like this. We'll start with the Shoal Creek Parkway. First, this is the portion of the parkway that extends from Oak to Harrison, and general location of 108th Street. And the contractor was Hunt Midwest on this project. As you can see, it was open to traffic back in January, but the street trees were just finished up here in March, so obviously before the snow hit. So some of the photos, as you can see there, Steve Hatfield's project manager, he took those this morning, so that gives you an accurate view of what's going on up there. You can see. The reason I thought it was important to include, you'll notice that cost up there is $1.2 million. And typically, when Hunt Midwest was asked, how much are parkways running now, 4 lanes of parkway running? They're roughly running $5 million a mile for 4 lanes of parkway. This This is significantly lower than that because there was a portion of it already completed up there that was done under a previous project. One of the subdivisions that went in actually had to construct a small portion of this. So that was done, and so they basically filled in the gap from Oak over to Harrison. So that's why that dollar amount for that length of footage seems somewhat low. So you can see in that last photo, down at the bottom, you can see the signage for the bike lane and the actual striping right next to the edge of the snow there in the bike lane. So that the bike lanes are marked on that section of roadway. So, any questions on Shoal Creek?
No, sir.
The other one was Dunn Park Trails, and Heather Runkle's project manager on this one. Should be completed in May. It's substantially complete now. They have some landscaping and so forth to finish out on that project. And this was a $218,000 project by D&D Construction. And what it did was create a 6-foot wide concrete trail that made about a mile loop inside the park over there. So if you haven't had an opportunity to see this or drive by it, it really stands
Well, it
out
looks
in the
fabulous.
park over there.
Gotta get over there. Okay. Any other questions of Travis on?
You know, I'd kind of like to get an update on the, say, in the last 5 years, the last 2 years, and currently, how many miles of trails we have and we've put in. And I think it's a phenomenal number. And I don't think enough people know about that. And I think that kind of publicity would be very good for us, particularly when we're going into an area of independent funding where we have the opportunity to do our own thing to a little bit bigger, better degree. So
Yeah, glad
that
to-
might be something nice to read into the minutes one of these times.
Yeah,
Very
it
good.
grows every
We'll
year.
have it ready for next meeting.
I believe, didn't we have in that annual report?
Our reference book that we just updated gets the adds
Yeah.
into it. So if we went back and looked at 5 years, that would give, so we'll give you the number.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, it grows every year.
It does, yeah.
Okay, Heidi, marketing, special events, other good news.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I'm handing out to you the new activities guides. This, as you recall, we've done 10 different ones. The middle insert is focused on each specific one of 10 community centers. This is the one I'm handing out to you right now is Southeast Community Centers. All the rest of them are currently at the mailing house, and they're going out this week. We did get some of these overrun to hand out at the Flower Lawn and Garden Show this past weekend. So hopefully some of you made it down to the show. It was a decent turnout, given the weather, which is always a struggle when we do that event. It seems like we oftentimes get snowed out, and then, of course, end up with the middle of March Madness, which always kills the crowd as well. But anyway, it was a good show, and we certainly appreciate our partnership with the Home Builders Association in presenting the Flower Lawn and Garden Show, and thank Forrest and his staff for all they do to set it up. Okay, so you got the spring and summer activities guide. Our new website is kcparks.org, went live about an hour ago. So here it is.
Fantastic.
As with any new website, it's going to be a work in progress for quite some time. And there's going to be some tweaking that we still need to do, but there's a lot of great information on there. It's really clean and colorful, and I'm very excited about it. I want to thank the guys from the Brockton Creative Group for all the hours and hours and hours that they have put in to developing this site. I told Mark and I decided it's kind of like a little sweatshop in there. They got like 8 young kids working on the website all at one time, and they're all doing different components of it, and then somehow it all comes together. So I'm very excited about it. We've got some really great features, different features, much better features, a lot of way better navigation, ways of finding the information that we have, and we have a lot of information. Those guys have taken hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages from our current website and kind of made some sense of it. Obviously, we still need to make some more sense of it, and we still need to add a lot of images that we don't plain don't have. But do intend with this whole branding process of doing a photo shoot in the spring when it greens up and getting some really nice pictures, similar to what we have of the bay, which you've noticed has been featured in all of our publications lately, those really great shots that we got at the swimming pool this past summer. So anyway, take your time to check out kcparks.org. And I know you're going to have a lot of feedback. You're probably going to have a lot of things that aren't working. Maybe not a lot of things, because we've checked a bunch of it. But certainly shoot me an email with any things, quirks, kinks that need to be worked out on the site. But like I said, we're going to be cleaning it up with for consistency and triple checking everything. The great thing about this site is now we can instantly update it.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't have to go through layers and layers
No, which is fantastic.
to get to it, so.
I believe Commissioner Bryant down here is posting it as we speak.
Oh, terrific. Thanks,
Be sure
Commissioner.
to share.
Tweet it out.
Tweeting
Tweet
at
it
the same
out.
time, put it on Facebook. post it.
You know, we are also, I know I've mentioned we are tweeting. We have a Facebook account, which we've had for a while. We have an Instagram account now. So hashtag KC Parks on any pictures that you may put up there.
Retweet them.
And, yeah, it's craziness, but we're all over and all out there. But it's actually a lot of fun. And I appreciate Commissioner Bryant for forwarding our stuff.
We'll get it out there.
And Commissioner Gromowski, I've seen you out there on Instagram and are tweeting hashtag KC Parks. So it's kind of cool, and it's going to be only get better. And better ways of communicating with our public. So kcparks.org. Check it out. We've been working on the gold medal application. I'm sure Mark may have mentioned this, a group of us, and have kind of bringing that to fruition because I believe it's due. Well, it's due Sunday, but not on Friday. We're going to get it to them. We got a nice letter of support from the Chamber of Commerce about the leadership role that we play in the community and our, I guess, in particular with the passing of question 1. So hopefully that will help us out. They said they're rooting for us. This is it. I'm telling you, if this is not the year, then I don't know what year it will be. We had a really good race presentation from our race coordinators to the Neighborhood and Healthy Communities Committee last Wednesday, March the 20th. Councilwoman Curls and Councilwoman Markison had asked us to come and explain exactly what it is that they're doing, and they did a really good job of telling about the process and how, again, they're cleaning that up and making it more streamlined and really taking an overall big picture look at racing and races in Kansas City, Missouri. And we're finding that we're not alone as a community in really taking a look at how and where and when and what is going on as far as races. I wanted to thank Terry here because they did have a good conversation with the guy in Fort Lauderdale about how they're handling racing in the community. So we're kind of at the forefront of this, it seems, but it is a big issue and getting bigger in the United States with everybody wanting to do a race. But
Profit and nonprofit.
Exactly.
That's everything, yeah.
and then there's just so many now of these completely purely for-profit
Right.
runs that just travel the country.
Yeah.
And how to balance those with the local ones that have been here for a long time and really are bringing money and supporting the stuff going on in our community. So I'm going to have them come and give that presentation to you in the next few weeks when you have some time. There's no real rush on it, but they're doing a really great job. And again, that is a contract with a group called Evenergy. So, had a couple of things. Mark Boland and his crew went on and talked about on the GRAP, talked about our spring break activities this past Saturday, and we've gotten that out virally and socially all over about all the activities that are going on during the Kansas City, Missouri School District spring break this week at our community centers. And then this morning, Carol Green was on Fox 4 talking about some of the egg hunts, and I think you actually did an egg hunt on television, is that right? Very good. Thank you. So these are kind of the fun things that we're doing, again, like I said, working with some of it working with a PR firm, getting us out there and getting attention on what it is that we do here at Parks and Recreation. I mentioned we had the Flower Lawn and Garden Show. Yay, that's over. And the invitation for Fountain Day went out this morning. You should have gotten it via email. It is the 9th at 11 a.m. at the Children's Fountain, and then followed the next day by the groundbreaking in Platte Purchase Park for the First and Second Creek currently known
Until we get a new name.
currently known as the First and Second Creek.
You're working on that, right?
Yeah, sure. It's on my list. Community Center, Spring Open House is coming up, of course, National Train Day, which I've been talking about, and then Trails Day, which is June the 1st, and there is information about it in your activities guide, but we are going to begin at the Blue Valley Athletic Fields, and we're going to take a big, long walk this time, opening up the Confluence Trail, walking towards the Trailside Center, which will be about 5 miles. Have some snacks and refreshments there. We will have a shuttle if people don't want to walk back the 5 miles, or you can walk back the 5 miles. It's early enough in the morning in June that it hopefully won't be too warm.
Where will it start?
In
Tell me
the-
again. So is it?
The athletic fields, they're like at 103rd and 435.
Okay,
Yeah.
soccer, there's soccer.
Yeah.
There's soccer there, right? And then we,
Soccer,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's actually the same place we started last
last
year.
year.
We're just going the other direction and opening up the Confluence Trail on that
Yeah,
side.
the trail, we picked up a piece of it. Now this takes it up underneath
435,
and all the way up to Bannister and across.
yeah. It's a beautiful trail.
Beautiful trail.
Yes. Yes,
Oh, that's all I have for you right now.
Great,
Thank
thank
you.
you. That was plenty.
Thanks.
Congratulations again on the launch of the website.
Yeah, thank you,
Exciting.
thank you.
Did we have any public hearing testimony?
Don't have anything, no. Nope, okay, no.
And then just to look at the calendar, we pretty much wrapped up the month of March. April, Starlight Board meeting. Now, is that on the 2nd or is it the 30th? Okay. I'm looking at April, Starlight Board meeting. Yeah, check on that. And then, Heidi mentioned, of course, Fountain Day on the 9th, and then we're back here with the board meeting on the 9th also.
Good shape.
Anyway,
Okay.
there's 2 in the month of April? Okay. Because of the March schedule or something. That makes sense. Well, thank you very much.
Okay. Anything else at this time?
Don't think so.
All right, well, with that, we will adjourn the meeting.
At 2:40.